June 13, 2018 is a night I'll never forget. Myself and Deputy Saylor were both on duty that night, working our regular shift. The Harrison County 911 Center received a call approximately 1 o'clock in the morning from a female that was in distress. She had called and stated that her 18-month-old daughter had been having a seizure and had stopped breathing at one point, and that she was in the process of transporting her to the hospital. Our 911 dispatcher did an excellent job of keeping her on the line and instructing her what to do with the child until emergency services got to her. Unfortunately, no squads were available to respond to this call, and that's where we came in. We were updated on what the situation was and that the child had possibly stopped breathing at one point. We both got there on scene fairly quickly. We made a quick assessment on the child, on the condition that she was in. She was highly fevered, breathing, but she was unresponsive for the duration of our encounter with her. I asked dispatch if the squads were available yet and if they were on their way. Again, they updated us and said no squads are coming. Once we located the child and did our assessment and found out that no squads were coming, that's when we made the decision that we're going to have to get this child to medical personnel as quickly as possible.
We were both thinking the same thing, like what are we supposed to do, as in, you know, the squad's not coming, how can we solve this? And Sergeant Smith made the decision, hey, I'm going to load her up and we're going to get her to the hospital as fast as we can. I jumped in her personal car, moved it off the side of the road, got her purse and her keys, and made sure her car was locked, and they were already on their way to the hospital, probably minutes away at that point in time. And it was probably a good thing that we did.
We're not used to dealing with children that young. So when we did get there and realized how small this child was, it was pretty scary for everybody involved. 18 months old.
Her lips, you could tell, you know, her lips were shaking. You could tell that she was
discolored,
blue at some
clammy.
point in time.
We observed all the signs of the condition she was in, that it was pretty dire, and that we needed to take immediate action with what we had, which was just us.
Yeah.
It was just us. That was it, and the mother. And we did. And once we got her to the hospital, medical personnel, they took care of her. They got her right in. They gave her the right treatment, whatever she needed, and
when they took her temperature when we first got to the hospital, I believe it was, what, 105?
105, correct, yeah. Which is very high for an infant that small. Yeah. We did find out that if we wouldn't have gotten that child to the hospital that quickly, she would have suffered brain damage from having a temperature that high. And if, you know, nothing was done about it, it could have even climbed even more. So once we found that out, we felt pretty good about what we did, and we felt good on how we did it.
Yeah, a lot of stress when it come down to it, but it was, you know, nobody likes to go to those kind of calls. No, it doesn't matter if you're an EMT or a deputy or a city cop, it doesn't matter. But the outcome is what matters, and the child was okay, and we did our job at the end of the day, and everybody else would have made the same decision, I'm sure.
Absolutely. Without the teamwork that we all came together and put forward, I don't think the outcome would have happened if it wasn't for that.